Let's take a look at the workspace. You want to go ahead and reset your motion workspace. And this will give you a basic menu layout where you want to make sure you can see your adjustments, layers, and go ahead and drop down and grab your history as well. Finally, you want to make sure that you can see your timeline. We're going to be doing a lot of business down here. The only other thing I'd point out is the text bar. You can control all your text here, change fonts to just about anything you can think of, change the size and color. So let's upload our file. Alright, first you may want to crop your image to focus on exactly the part that you like the best. Use the crop tool, find what you like the best, and hit enter. You might also want to change the image size. What we're doing is best at about 600 pixels on the longest side. Let's look at some adjustments. First, you want to come down here and make sure that your forever loop is on. You want this to continuously play. That's what GIFs do. Let's take a look at it. Notice that each of these layers in the timeline are going to coincide with a layer in your toolbar. Turn it on and off, visibility, but everything we want to do wants to take place on top of this list. Everything needs to stack on top of each other. So let's look at some adjustments. These typically change the color. I'm going to play with saturation. Let's see how it changes. You can also add a layer on top of that, sketching anything you like. It does need to be on top. I'm going to add a new layer, jump over and grab my paintbrush, and you can change those settings. The top toolbar, hardness, and size. Oh, pretty little heart. You can turn them on and off, see the difference with the effect and without. Text layers get a little bit more complicated. Every time you hit the text icon, it will open up a new text layer, whether or not you've typed in it. So let's start 1. And you can adjust the boxes accordingly. Now if I choose to move this around, I actually have to change the tool in order to move it. But if I want to edit the text again, I click back on the text icon and double click inside the box. So let's try adding another layer. And now we have it. We're now going to take a look at switching our timeline over from an animated frame by frame timeline to a video timeline. So click on this selection tool, go ahead and convert. It's going to change the way that your timeline looks. Each one of our layers is now in a corresponding video layer here. And we're going to be able to treat these very similarly to video clips in iMovie, where you can take one and drag it down where it only plays for the first half duration of your GIF, and take another layer where it plays for the ending duration of your GIF. Or maybe you want to place one right in the middle where it turns on and turns off. Combining all these different layers and effects, let's take a look at what our GIF would look like. Notice the hardest stays, and pretty is going to turn on and turn off, and colors is going to turn on and turn off. you can get this effect through changing your timeline into a video timeline. Now let's look at how we export.